so I had the icicle tricycle. I would do fitness events, and then I would do farmers markets like any day I could. And I remember I was loading up my icicle tricycle in the car, and I had a grocery store approach me. They were opening up a second location in downtown LA. He had asked if I did wholesale. I lied. I said, yes, I do wholesale. And then I had to figure out how to do, the labeling, the labels, the barcode, the packaging. And luckily the second location, they weren't opening until, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 months. So I had time.
Okay.
I was excited. And so that's how I got my first account, my retail account. They actually approached me. And I get it. It's people want to give me crap for saying, oh, she lied. Well, it's not anything different.
No, I loved it.
Packaging it in a different way where, before I was selling it directly to consumers one-on-one at a farmer's market or event, but now you're just selling at a bulk price. I had the labels, but obviously I didn't have barcodes because I was selling them directly. So I get it. There's a fake it till you make it. And yes, I lied about doing wholesale, but it wasn't anything different than what I was already doing because I was actually selling wholesale to some gyms. But, it just wasn't at
People
that level.
really give you crap for that? People
Well,
actually,
I've seen some comments where, everyone always
really?
will have a comment and everyone's entitled to
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, you're encouraging lying. I'm like, well, I didn't lie and say I didn't know how to make ice cream. I had a product. I just needed a barcode, and figure out nutrition labels.
Hmm.
But you have to do these things, right? I mean, you don't get
Yeah.
the gate knowing how to do everything, but it pushed me. So when that grocery store approached me, that's what gave me the idea to just shift my focus on now approaching grocery stores. And so that's what I started doing. I mean, it was basically cold calling, going to these individual local markets, saying, hey, I'm Frankie, you have this great product. And they loved it. And that's how I started getting grocery stores. I mean, till this day, I
Hmm.
don't have a food broker, but I would just call them, email them, do whatever I could to get my products out there to the right person. And then eventually, probably a year later, grocery stores started approaching me. Whole Foods found me, and then other buyers found me through other markets. And so it started spreading organically.
Wow. Luckily you lied. It's funny to me because as a magician, I always say I mean, of course we lie for good cause. We like to say so. But also the way you become a magician is I mean, maybe it's more an entrepreneurial thing, but when people ask you as a magician, hey, can you do this, and you have no idea how to do it, you say yes. That's the thing you do because you know you're going to get there. And it's as much of a magician thing than an entrepreneurial thing. And I mean, in my career, people ask me, hey, can you make this guy appear on stage? And I had no idea how to do it, but I knew someone who can teach me, or I can read in a book or whatever. There's so many ways to know. I think people are shy to do this
Yeah.
because parents tell them lying is bad, and but it's no, I think lying is good sometimes in specific cases, and this is one of them. So I think it's great you did it. I don't understand why those comments happened because yeah.
Richard Branson, he's been quoted many times, and I don't know it by heart, but where he talks about, somebody offers you an opportunity and you don't know how to figure it out, say yes to it and then figure it out later. And that's
Yeah.
exactly what he did, whether you want to
Yeah.
call it lying or not. Obviously, there's good lies, bad lies. But
Yeah.
if I didn't say yes to that, I mean, I probably wouldn't be where I am, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you have to say yes to these opportunities. They're opportunities is what they are. And but yeah, I'm the kind of person where, I mean, I don't know a lot of things, but once the opportunity is in front of me, I will figure it out. And you have to be like that as an entrepreneur. That's the biggest fear a lot of people have, is a lot of entrepreneurs or people who want to pursue whatever it is, their business or career, they feel like they're not ready because they don't have everything figured out, or their product or their prototype is not perfect. And then they don't want to start it. My biggest advice, because I get asked all the time, like, what would you do? Because my website's not up, this and that. It's like,
Mm.
it doesn't matter. You have a great product, get it out there. You'll figure it out later. You have time to perfect it, because you have to put yourself out there. And with my product, I started as a pint, and then I shifted into an ice cream sandwich because I saw my customers at the gym, they were making them into ice cream sandwiches. So I changed my product.
Mm.
And but it didn't let me, it didn't stop me from not putting my products out there. So don't wait for things to be perfect.